We are resuming our meeting. Thank you to everyone for waiting while we break our fast, for those who were fasting. Superintendent, we were still in your update, so if you can continue that, please.
Thank you. I just have a couple more updates. We still are working on it. I know we discussed it in the Building and Site Committee prior to this, that we'll have a report out. You know, potential infrastructure bond, looking at 25, 26, depending on whether or not we're ready. And we have the two groups that we hired. I know Quinn on looking at the preservation of buildings, and that's moved forward. And then we have Byron and Fisk that are working on the communications, so those continue to move forward. Our team is also talking in the schools at chatting events and other things, you know, looking at data and looking at that need moving forward. So obviously it'll eventually come to the board for a decision at some point, but we continue to move forward with that process, given our need in the district with infrastructure. The last thing I just have on there is we're in pretty good shape. I mean, today we got 60-degree weather in March. I remember being in this board meeting in March, if some of you might remember, when the power went off and it was freezing and it was storms everywhere.
Using the lights from our phones.
Yes. Like maybe 2018, somewhere around there. So the weather can always switch. We know it's Michigan, but I wanted to report we're allowed 6 forgiveness days. We've used 4, so we still have 2. You know, obviously safety is number 1 whenever we make a decision on a potential closure. But I think, you know, I get so many requests for students, just close school. But the reality is this, is if you go beyond your days, I was with a superintendent colleague on my superintendent board for MASA and the Superintendent Association, and, you know, they're in the northern side of Michigan, and they're at 12 days. Well, the only thing they're going to be doing, as she told me, they're going to be added to June. That's the reality. We have to comply with the law. So we're in good shape here. If we have the 2, we also need to meet attendance thresholds, which are 75% each day to be officially counted as a school day. But we're in pretty good shape, and we've had 4 thus far. And that's all I have today, Mr. President.
Thank you, Dr. Maleko. Before we move to the next item, I'd like to move citizen participation up since we do have a student.
President Moses,
Yes.
quick comments to the superintendent.
Oh,
I'm
I'm sorry.
happy.
Yeah, I forgot.
I'm very happy that it sounds like with baseball moving forward. The other thing is Mary Lane, former board member, Mary Lane sent me a text today, and I told her I was going to share it with everybody. She says a couple of some things, but the most important, she says, I always think of you, Glenn, and the crew on March 10th. She's referring back to 2020.
Sure.
And March 10th in 2020 was a primary, Democratic primary. I was meeting with a journalist downtown for coffee or breakfast, and he got a phone call, walked away. I don't know if I ever shared this story with you. I did make the phone call like 2 hours later. I broke my promise with him.
Oh.
He said, this is Michael Bashera. He said, he came back and his look on his face like, I gotta go. I'm like, are you gonna stick me with the bill again? He says, no, I promise not to say anything. He said, okay. He said, first case in Wayne County. It ended up being
Us.
one of our, it was connected to one of our schools. But I broke my promise and I called Glenn like 2 hours later and I said, 1, 2, 3, and it ended up being one of our own. So, yeah, thank you, Mary.
Yeah, she sent me a similar email
Yeah.
about remembering that we survived.
We did survive the pandemic. So I'd like to move citizen participation up the agenda if there are no objections.
Nope.
Thank you. So we can have citizen participation. Mr. Secretary, if you can read the...
Sure. Next is citizen participation. Citizens wishing to address the board on agenda and non-agenda items for action who are signed in by 7:10 p.m. or 10 minutes after the beginning of our meeting by submitting a blue card to the board secretary may speak at this time. The board may not be in a position to respond to non-agenda items. Therefore, speakers should not anticipate an immediate response to their comments or questions. For the benefit of all concerned, do not mention the names of students or school district employees. Please keep your comments as brief as possible, and there's a 3-minute time limit on comments made to the board. The first speaker tonight is Amelia Abbas, who will be speaking about the technology problems in the digital design class at the Michael Berry Career Center.
Do I begin?
I'm sorry?
Do I begin right now?
Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Hello, my name is Amelia Boss. I am a student at Fortson High School and at Michael Berry. I'm enrolled in the digital design class, which I absolutely enjoy. I learn a lot of new programs and skills for the digital design industry. Although my friends and I enjoy the opportunity to work on these industry programs, we have found some technology problems that need to be addressed. Our classroom has many drawing tablets that are available for us to use, but the drivers for the tablets are not installed on our computers. We also have access to programs that were paid for that are not updated on our computers. And finally, our lab does not have CrossTech installed. Our teacher has explained to us that he has
Amelia.
put in.
Slow down.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay, take a deep breath. You're doing great, and slow down.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's okay,
No,
you
no,
don't
you're
gotta be
fine.
sorry, you're doing a great job.
Yeah.
You obviously are passionate, you have a lot of energy, but slow down. Okay.
Our teacher has explained to us that he has put in many requests to have these issues fixed, but they have been gone unanswered for the past many years. So I decided to take it into my own hands as a student because it might be heard here. Having our Adobe programs updated to the current newest version is important because we already have it paid for. Oh, sorry. So choosing not to update to the newest version seems like a waste when you're trying to train for our career goals. Sadly, this requires the tech department to log in and update the machines, as admin rights for computers is dedicated only to the tech department. The drawing tablets are the same situations, as we have these tablets that cost money just sitting on a desk collecting dust because they haven't have the drivers installed. My friends and I plan to draw digitally in our digital design program, and this is a huge bummer to us that we can't utilize this until they are installed. Finally, CrossTech. CrossTech is a program that our teacher can use to watch all of our computers from his desk and assist us at any time of our need or stop students from being distracted on doing things that they shouldn't be doing online. The amount that our teacher is running around the room and helping students individually is admirable, but the fact that other labs in the district have CrossTech and we don't have in our MVCC lab is sad, considering this is a class that could benefit best from it. If we spend so much time waiting for a teacher to run around a room to help students individually, it would be beneficial to have a program like this available. In today's day and age of technology usage, it is insane that our entire district does not have this program installed on our school computers for teachers to maintain their classes better. Thank you again. I enjoy my class and the work we do in there, but I feel like there could be more technology support for the specialized computer classes.
Thank you, Amelia, for addressing us. We will definitely look into these issues that you addressed. Thank you for the advocacy.
Thank you.
Thank you, Amelia, great job.
Next,
Our next speaker is Andrew Angel. Is that right? Okay, Andrew Angel, who will be thanking the,
Give you some feedback.
huh?
Give you some feedback.
Okay, thanking the board for the quality of my children's education and the value of diversity in the district.
Thanks. Appreciate the chance to get back up here and talk to you. I have two sons who went through Dearborn schools, from Duval all the way through Dearborn High School, graduated in 2020, 2021. They had fantastic educations at the district. I wanted to thank you for those educations. My oldest son is actually going in student teaching right now. He's going to become a band educator in this next fall. I wanted to really emphasize how important the diversity component was in going to Dearborn. It was a district where they could be themselves, and they could be with other students who could be themselves as well and get the most out of their education. That's been very valuable for them as they've gone on to their work and their schooling. It's valuable to me as a manager at Ford. Those are skills that we really look for when we're hiring people. So I was glad that my sons were able to get that here in the district. I also just wanted to really emphasize the benefits that they received from the arts programs, particularly band, the theater program at Dearborn High, WDHS, all tremendous programs that gave them leadership, project management, the stick-to-itiveness, the grit that you really need in the workforce. And those skills, including Adobe Premiere, which one of them learned, have been used already in college and in their work. So really appreciate the quality of education, the non-academic skills that they were able to learn, the technology skills, the people skills. It was a great education. please support the arts, please support those non-academic portions of the education for the kids going forward. So, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Baker, for your comments.
Those are all the cards I have, right? Perfect. Just two.
We do have board follow-up from last meeting or this meeting. If anybody has any comments? Trustee Peliskov?
I just wanted to respond to Mr. Angel, because that's what I wanted to get involved with the school district from years ago, was to have the best well-rounded, educated students that we could possibly have, and to have all that variety of experience is so important, especially today when you see that a lot of everybody wants to pigeonhole everybody into a corner of, and we know that that's not what we want to see in the real world. The real world is made up of all kinds of opportunities, experiences, and human beings. And in order for us to be able to express ourselves the best is to be able to be exposed to the most. So I would always want to support those opportunities that give our students that kind of challenge and exposure. Thank you for being a positive citizen experience tonight.
Thank you, Trustee Peliskov. We can go back to the
Recognition.
agenda. Yes.
Okay, next item is recognition and acknowledgements. And the first item under that is commendations.
Hello. Okay. Good evening. My name is Wilson Iang, and I'm currently a 12th grader student at Dearborn High School. I am here representing the Black Student Union, and I'm also a member of the Principal Student Advisory Council here at DHS.
Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Mohammed Matar. I am a senior at DHS, and I am here representing the SSAC and the PSAC. Thank you, everyone, for having us at this lovely night and this lovely evening. Happy Ramadan to everyone who's celebrating, as well as happy Lent to everyone who is fasting during this time of the month. I'm going to get us started off with the district commendations. Thank you to the 42 staff members who led sessions during the February 25 Professional Development Day. Topics range from technology, such as AI in classrooms, to a deeper dive into small group literacy lessons.
Moving on to the high school commendations. Commendation to Dearborn High School senior Nadine Fayad, who was named an MHSAA Senior Athlete Award winner. Hundreds of students from across the state applied for this award. To apply, a student must have received a varsity letter in a sport in which MHSAA holds a postseason tournament. They must also have at least a 3.5 GPA on a 4-point scale, be active in school and community activities, and submit an essay on the importance of sportsmanship. Great job, Nadine Fayad. Commendation to Edsel Ford High students who performed at the MSBOA District Solo and Ensemble on Friday. The following students earned Division I ratings and will be heading to State Solo and Ensemble competition in Ann Arbor. Congratulations to Casey Weber, Victor Bilizik, Marcus Medulla, Sterling Deller, Renee Harden, Ryan Helkan, Lauren Skidmore, Morris Gruther, Jacob Brown, Tyler Sharam, and Samantha Freilich. On a related note, commendations to Dearborn High School students who performed at MSBOA for instrumental music at the MSVMA for vocal music in February. The following vocal students received a superior rating for their solo performance and qualified to perform at the state competition in April. Congratulations to Anath Jakuvic, Stefano Cavillo, Hannah Frederick, and Alex Sassanelli. The following instrumentalists earned a first division rating and qualified to compete at the state event in March. Eddie Morazak, saxophone solo, Jumana Kamaladin, an oboe solo, Cohen Rochan, string bass solo, Milan Hamoud, piano solo, and Jada Galadin, Lynn Kazal, Zainab Bazi, Maysoon Said, and Cohen Roshan for mixed ensemble. Commendations to Dearborn High bowler Christian CJ Lamb, who qualified to compete at the state bowling competition. CJ finished second overall at the February competition to qualify for the state meet. At the meet, he averaged 218 points over 6 qualifying games. The head bowling coach is Paul Maracon. Commendations to the Dearborn High basketball team, which won the MHSAA Boys Basketball District Competition, is the third title in the last 4 years. The head coach is Abe Mashoun and assistant coach Basil Hatcham. Commendations to Edsel Ford Student Council and their advisor, Mr. Dan Pelzak, for putting on great Charity Week events. The students raised awareness and collected $5,000 for access. Kudos to the Thunderbird community for their generosity. Commendation to the Edsel Quiz Bowl team for finishing first in the regular season of the Southern Wayne Quiz Bowl League for the second straight season. Commendations to Edsel Ford Senior Mohammed Al-Jabadi, who qualified for the MSSAA State Wrestling Championship. His record for the season going to state competition was 44-8, which means 44 wins and 8 losses.
Moving on to middle school, congratulations to all the students who participated in the district-wide spelling bee hosted by Communities in School. To participate in the event, students first had to be among the top finishers at spelling bee held at their own elementary or middle school. The winners include 4 8th grade winner Raina Harb from Bryant, second place to Dina Nasser from Woodworth, and third place to Inyana Backpacker from Stout. For 7th grade, winner Nuha Al-Jahmi from Stout, second place to Maram Ali from Eunice, and third place to Haya Ahmad from Virtual K-12. For 6th grade, winner Reem Abdul Haq from Bryant, second place to Sahana Sambangi from Stout, and third place to Muhammad Shahid from Salina Intermediate. For 5th grade, winner Laith Kahali from Lowry, second place to Evelyn Peenan from Duval, and third place to Maryam Ababne from Virtual K-12. For 4th grade, winner Hassan Abdullah from Howard, second place to Batul Milham from Maples, and third place to Khalid Omar from Henry Ford Elementary. For 3rd grade, winner Mahdi Shamil from Hay, second place Adam Karim from Duval, and third place to Abbas Yaqub from McCullough. Moving on to elementary, commendations to Hanan Rida, assistant principal at Maples Elementary, who was invited to present at the Michigan Association of Secondary School Principals January Conference. Ms. Rida, along with Jennifer Rodas, assistant principal in Grand Rapids, led a session titled Beyond the Language Barrier, Building Bridges of Empathy. The presentation provided practical strategies to foster empathy and support inclusive practices for English language learners. In addition, Ms. Rada shared her expertise by creating and delivering a presentation for Maple staff, focusing on WIDA writing levels and strategies for expanding student writing. The staff response was overwhelmingly positive. Special thanks to Maple's principal, Ms. Donna Jakubik, for her leadership and ability to guide and support new administrators in Dearborn. Commendations to teachers Pam Gunderson and Kelsey Murphy, who began Salina's first drama club. This year, students in grades K-5 participated in the musical Annie. Both teachers returned to Salina daily to lead after-school practice. This is all for the commendations for today. Thank you so much for having us today. Have a great night, everyone.
Have a
Oh,
great night,
wait,
everyone.
wait, we have some questions for you.
Oh,
If you
okay.
can stick
Sorry.
around.
Good.
Any trustees have questions? Mr. Matar?
yeah.
You're a senior right now, so where are you heading for college?
I'm currently undecided as to where I want to go for college, especially with regular decisions coming out this month. I'm just waiting to see my acceptance or rejection letters
Oh, best of luck.
coming out this month.
And those were very difficult last names. I'll have a hard time pronouncing. So great job. Great job to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Have a great night, everyone.
Have a great night.
Thanks.
Next item, please.
Next, I'd like to say that I finished second place in my 5th grade spelling bee. I lost on
Great event.
Ancestry. It still bothers me. Next is employee recognition.
Good evening. Each Friday, we get to end the week on a really positive, fun, exciting note. And I want to introduce to you this month's employees that were on, the 3 employees that were honored. We have Wendy Shane. She's a teacher at Snow Elementary School. She's been with the district for 29.5 years. And she was nominated for being supportive and giving her colleagues excellent advice. So thank you to Wendy Shane. Non-instructional employee, so that was our instructional employee. Our non-instructional employee is May Darwish. May is a special education parapro. She's been with the district for 3.25 years. And she was nominated for consistently making herself available to the student that she works with, the whole group of students in class, and to the teacher. She does not only help her student, but she will also help anywhere help is needed. And the last one, just last Friday, was a lot of fun. Hannah Faraj, she's a principal at Gear Park. She's been with the district for 12 years. I can't believe it's only been 12 years. A little more than that, maybe longer, couple,
12.25.
something like 12.25, 14-ish.
Oh.
Nominated for creating an environment of positivity, family, and belonging at Gear Park. Ms. Faraj shines every day with a bright light, and her whole school shines with her. And the reason it's always so fun is because we tell, when it's for the administrator recognition, we tell them that we're there for a SIP visit. And we just watch them, get really uncomfortable, and it's a Friday, and it's near the end of the day. And so it's a lot of fun to share with them once we're in a classroom, our real reason for the visit. So I'm going to give the ladies each a chance to introduce themselves and say a few words.
My name is Wendy Shane. I have been in the district. This is my 30th year. I was quite surprised when I got the recognition. They came into my room and I thought it was a SIP visit. I kept teaching and then they asked me to stop so they could recognize me. So it was a great honor to be recognized, and I appreciate coming tonight to meet all of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. I wasn't expecting to say anything, so a little caught off guard, but I'm an employee in the district, a mom in the district, a resident of this district. So it means a lot that I was recognized, and I appreciate it very much. Most importantly, just the collaboration that we have in Dearborn amongst everybody, amongst all the stakeholders, really means a lot. So when you have an opportunity like this to be recognized by your peers, it's extra special. So I just want to thank everybody for that opportunity and for the amazing team that we work with. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Dr. Maliko?
I just want to say congratulations, and I appreciate Ms. Alibazi and Ms. Plutsky putting this together. And it's so exciting when you go and you surprise them in the classroom and just recognizing, but they're nominated by their peers as well, which I think means a lot. And Ms. Shane, when I was a rookie teacher in '97, she moved down to the second floor at Salina when I took over her class in 3rd grade, and she used to always help me out as well and collaborating as fellow 3rd grade teachers. And appreciate the work that Ms. Faraj does with her students. And then just Ms. Darwash was so she was so excited when we came to the room and just so appreciative. And so were her students. You could tell it was such a positive. So we're going to keep going with this, and it's a great way to recognize all the employees.
Can we give them an applause?
Next item, please.
Next item is acknowledgement of donations.
Good evening, President Moseb, Dr. Malenko, members of the board. I was able to attend the Friday's recognition event, and I figured I had to come up with an idea just in case. I always stop by the engineer and the food service department to say hi and how's it going. And I ran into the principal on the way back to the office. So I had to come up with a good idea of why I was there, and unfortunately he said I don't lie very well. So I guess it's not a bad thing, but couldn't keep the secret. All right, donations. We have donations that we're always glad to read at our board meeting for people that donate to the school district. We had a donation of $146.72 has been offered to Howard Elementary by the Dearborn Education Foundation to be used for a book study program. Donation of $1,000 has been offered to Dearborn and Ethel Ford High School and Fortson High School, and Duval, Gear, Maples, McCullough, McDonald, Miller, Nowlin, Oakman, Whitmer Bowles, and William Ford Elementary and Smith Middle School by the Dearborn Education Foundation to be used for football equipment. A donation of a milk cooler has been offered to Cotter School by United Dairy Industry of Michigan to be used for storing fresh milk for the students. A donation of 2 pairs of AirPods, 1 pair of cow print shoes has been offered to Dearborn High School by United Dairy Industry of Michigan to be used as prizes for the latte survey. A donation of 2 pairs of AirPods and 1 pair of cow print shoes has been offered to Ethel Ford High School by United Dairy Industry to be used as cash prizes for the latte survey. A grant has been offered to Dearborn, Ethel Ford, and Fortson High Schools by United Dairy Industry of Michigan to be used for our Vitamix 3-gallon blenders that will help the kitchen team make smoothies 3 times a week for students at breakfast. Donation of $500 has been offered to Dearborn Public Schools by the Islamic Center of America to be used for Martin Luther King Jr. service projects for the SSAC. Donation of $1,000 has been offered to Salina Intermediate School by the American Muslim Society to be used for transportation to Cedar Point. And last, a donation of $3,000 has been offered to Dearborn, Ethel Ford, and Fortson High Schools by the Islamic Center of America to be used for scholarships, 1 per school, towards college expenditures. That concludes the donation.
Thank you to all of the donors. Next item, please.
Next item is approval of minutes. This will be the approval of minutes of the following Dearborn Board of Education meetings. Finance Committee meeting, February 10th, 2025, Board Report 24-96. The Policy Committee meeting on February 10th, 2025, Board Report 24-97. And the regular P-12 meeting on February 10th, 2025, Board Report 24-98. The recommended action here is that we make any necessary corrections and move approval of these minutes.
So move.
Support.
Motion moved by trustee D'Ambrosio, supported by trustee Petlicoff. Any corrections? Seeing none, may I attach a unanimous roll to this motion to approve the minutes? So it is passed.